All Progressives Congress (APC) has ridiculed the People's Democratic Party (PDP), branding it the People's Dumpster Party, following a wave of controversies and defections rocking the opposition. APC National Publicity Secretary Barrister Felix Morka made the mockery in a post on X, formerly Twitter, on Wednesday. Morka accused the PDP of decades of political rascality, blinding corruption and miserable failure of leadership, saying recent troubles within the party were evidence of its decline. He cited issues involving several PDP governors, including those of Delta, Akwa Ibom, Enugu, and Bayelsa State. According to Morka, the people's internal crisis were a reflection of years of mismanagement and poor leadership. The party has not issued an official response to the APC spokesman's remarks as of the time of reporting. Dr. Henry, before I ask my questions, I would love to have your opinion on this story.
When you listen to such release made by a spokesperson of a political party, that goes to inform us that these people has little or no intention of developing the space called Nigeria. Because if they have that intention of developing the space and the people occupying that space, things like this shouldn't have been. Though in Nigeria, we always believe that when politics of victimization is being played, that is when you coerce members of the public to be...
Sorry, you said politics of what?
Politics of vindication.
Vindication?
Yes.
Okay.
Which is not, for me, is not the kind of politics we needed, because as it stands now, Nigeria is still an underdeveloped country. So which means that we are not there. Okay. So what should be coming out from the mouth of these spokespersons of various political parties? How can we develop Nigeria? Not this politics of winners take it all. I don't, so much have much interest of what Felix Morka, the spokesperson of APC, is saying. But my interest is, if at the end of the day, they just occupy the position of the president, and without doing the needful in developing Nigeria to what is expected of all Nigerians, then they will have a case. They will have, questions to answer by Nigerians. Mm-hmm. Because no matter what you do, no matter the statements you release as a political party spokesperson, and your doing does not affect an average Nigerian life, it means that you were just there for your personal enrichment. Now, taking a look at what he has said so far, that PDP is this and PDP is that. What happened to them when they came on power in 2015? How did they manage the economy that was at the verge of collapsing? And to where we are today, can they say that they have managed that economy that they thought, or even when they assumed power, they said that the economy was completely gone? And having noticed that the economy was completely gone, what impact, what strategy did they, bring on board to make sure that the economy is completely revived, even when Nigerians were crying out? Then, coming to talk about PDP, there is no way, if we want to call a spade, that you can compare the role, the governance that the PDP brought to Nigerians to what APC as a political party has brought to Nigeria. Two different things, if you want to compare it and contrast as well. But for me, I don't see it as anything to go by. Nigerians are there to judge them.
Okay, I want to ask, it seems that there's a trend from shifting from individual competence to party. Do you think there's like a menace that poses a risk to our democracy?
Now, when you look at every person that has ever occupied any elective position in Nigeria, the Constitution provides that you must vie any elective position election via a political party. So it means that political party is that vehicle that will take you to where you want to be as a politician or as someone who wants to lead politically. Now, that is on one part. But every party that is driven by ideology will intend to say, okay, anybody that comes under this political party, this is the ideology of this political party, which one must work towards to make sure that this ideology, becomes real. But looking at, political parties currently in Nigeria, can we say that all of them are driven by ideology that can take Nigeria from point A to B? I think that question is left for Nigerians or for them as political parties who are making statements that are unguarded, according to me. I'm not quoting anybody here. So, for that reason, the political party that brought whoever into any position of power, now what are their ideologies? Because from there, you as an individual who contested election and won that same election on that same political party will add not to reduce or reduct anything from it. But where a political party does not have any ideology at all to ensure that where you made a particular position, you can improve it down to even down trolling it when you have made it. This is why political party in Nigeria, it's like when you are looking for an opportunity to grab something and you don't have that opportunity, but by merging or whatever factor you use, you are able to grab that at the end of the day, forgetting that the essence of leadership is to develop and improve the standard of living of the people.
Okay.
Do you understand the point there? Not just becoming you sit in your exalted office, you go with girls of sirens and all of that. That is not what leadership is all about. What have you been able to bring on board that would transform the people? One. Two, the space itself. That I'm talking about Nigeria itself. Because when Nigeria is developed, it is completely means that the people are also developed. But where Nigeria is not developed, okay, should we start from the infrastructure? Today Nigeria is still battling with road infrastructure, educational infrastructure, health infrastructure, economy, name it. And somebody will not look at that and see how to improve it. Yet you are still battling about this politics of propaganda for me. Okay. It's politics of propaganda.
You said...
Because at the end of the day, okay, now, after the removal of subsidy, okay, the president, vertically told Nigerians that, look, we have more money in the system now that is being gone to the three tiers of government, the federal government, the state government, and the local government. So which means if they used to receive APC amount of money, today they have received more than what they used to receive before. Now, can we say that this money has been optimally used to affect the lives of Nigerians the way it ought to be? So you cannot tell me that you have more money in the system and yet the conditions of the people you are leading has not improved in any way. So which means you've not done anything. So that is for me what they should be looking at, not this who defect or is not defected.
You mentioned, you said a party is the vehicle that takes upon the vehicle upon which a leader, a potential leader, rides upon to govern. Now, currently, would you say we, the electorates, we look out for, we want a conglomeration of members of B coming to form A, or we need a fresh system in our political sphere?
There's no way we can completely, say that when you want to form a system that is new, that people in that same locality can completely be eradicated. That is not possible.
Okay.
But we talked about fresh ideas. Recondition your mindset to thinking that, look, if we used to do A, B, and C, that does not in any way generate positive result, then we need to change from that strategy and move to another one that can make this result seen and tangible. So when the mind is reconditioned to seeing something different from the way he used to see it, that is transformation. That is the development we are talking about. But where you keep seeing things the way you saw it 10, 15 years ago, and you are not making any impact of changing from the way it used to be to try something else that can also make impact in the line, and you think you can act positively, no.
So are you positing that the members of PDP that are defected to APC must have realized that, okay, we didn't do this right. We didn't get this right when we were in PDP. Told us, APC, we can get it right using APC.
The reasons why most of them even decamped from their former party to the new political party, one, they want to be recognized by the power at the center. That's one. Two, they want to share from the national cake that nobody asks questions. And even if Nigeria, asks questions, no tangible answers is given. So if you don't like, you go to court and challenge.
The national cake does it? Okay. Must we be under the same umbrella for us to get equal shares?
Because that is what they think. That if you be in the same umbrella with the man at the center, then your request, can be speedily, answered, so that you share from what is being shared from that national. Okay. For me, I am not looking that way. I'm seeing as a betrayal of trust from the people.
Okay.
The people voted you as their governor under a specific political party. Before the campaign, how many of them were you able to consult? But from the state assembly members, your ESCOs, and few other political figures who also, who are also your benefit, those who benefited from you as a governor. So you abandon the majority, because whether we like it or not, whether they accept it or not, democracy is all about the people. And where the people are jettisoned because of what they stand to benefit individually, that is no longer democracy. It becomes politics of personal interest. So now they don't want to, do things that will, attract the people's support even the more. Because where a leader have lost the support of the base, that is the people who have given him that mandate, it means that they will cleft to something they felt, look, since we've lost the support of the people, let us, cleft to this alternative in order to still get what we want. Because, Nigerian politicians who have polarized the system to suit their benefit and interest have seen that, look, if we recondition Nigerians to what we want them to be, then we'll always rule them the way we like or want.
Interesting.
Or which is not proper. Because one day, these people you are really getting to the background will one day rise to the occasion, which it will be difficult someday for you to override them the way you used to do in the past. You understand the point? So for them, let them think, and what do we do as leaders to salvage the people?
Okay.
To make them feel the impact of governance. Because without feeling the impact of governance, economically, educationally, health-wise, providing the necessary basic infrastructure that drives a society to that civilization we're expected. Today, like I talk about road infrastructure. If you go to some places, to some community, you don't have access road to those places. And don't be surprised, in 2026, it will be a political year where a lot of political parties will, elect candidates that will represent them in the general election 2027. You see them going to those communities without road, and they will go with their high rising cars to those places. Trying, if you do this, do it again the next 4 years. Hey, we'll give you light. We'll make sure that you have electricity. We'll make sure that your road is start. Blah blah blah. And once they have the support of the people, and they will abandon the people and do what pleases them. That is what they do. So if at this 21st century, and at age 65, Nigeria is 65 years old now, and we don't have motorable roads. For you to travel from Port Harcourt to Lagos, you need to go into fasting, prayer, that you shouldn't have a road accident or being kidnapped by the miscreants who are using these bad roads as trapped for Nigerians. So if at the age of 65 we don't have road that we can travel 100 kilometers without potholes, then we need to think as leaders and do the needful.
Okay, Dr. Henry, you said most of the defections of these people are a betrayal of trust.
Of course.
The essence of governance is for the people.
Yes.
So, are you positing that a governor who looks at bought a particular vehicle, a party as a vehicle, and then along the road discovers that this vehicle may not take me to where I'm going to in terms of ruling my people? If he decides, okay, I don't want to go with ITC, I want to go with ROTC, are you saying that his defection is only on a personal ambition, or he has seen that, okay, in order for me to govern my people, I have to switch? There is room for switching in order for governance to take place.
Yes and no. Yes, in the sense that the Constitution has made it so. That if you are not comfortable in Party A, that you can cross over to B. That's why I don't blame them completely, because the Constitution has made it so. But again, I want to quote from the former governor of Rivers State. He says, party is just a vehicle. That it doesn't matter the party that you belong. Everything lies on you as the leader. That if you are a leader that is proactive in thinking, that the sole reason why you're there is to develop the people and the space, that no matter the party you belong, you will do that. But if you as a person don't have anything upstairs to offer, if you like, go to the party that has the most driven, best ideology, you will still not perform. So the vehicle here is not just the vehicle alone, but who is the driver of that vehicle?
Okay.
So do you get the point now? Now, supposing Nigeria as a country went and acquired one of the best airplane to convey its president to wherever the president want to go, and you brought a pilot, someone that does not have formal training at all as a pilot, what do you think will happen to that aircraft and the president inside? That is the case of Nigeria. That is the case of Nigeria. Now, let me also say this. Now, you see, the political party, for me, they're not bad. It is a conglomerate of people coming together to form, as authorized by the Constitution. And if you have this political party with people with the same mind who think about development, their point A is development, point B is development, C is development, all round is development. Do you think that such political party will not develop if they come to power by the support of the people? They will do well. But if you have the same political party and you have people whose interest is just for them and them alone, my dear, you got nothing. Nothing. Okay. So I think what Nyesom Wike said, for me, it's a right thing. It's what happened. So if you are in a political party, and this political party, being a vehicle, does not have a good driver, the vehicle will be plunged into a river with the people and the man who drives it. That's right.
Okay. Thank you.
That is exactly what is happening.
All right, Dr. Henry, thank you for your opinion on that story.